Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Patches Metal. I'm finally gonna do a normal video again with 3 bands and enough time to work on it all day, so it's gonna be a long one again. What you're hearing in the background right now is the first band I'm gonna talk about. It's called DRAKUM. So they're a folk metal band from Spain, and they're one of those bands that actually uses a violin in it, which I always really appreciate if there's a folk metal band who actually uses authentic instruments in their songs, you know, because there's a lot of bands that just do it with only keyboards or synthesizers, but these guys actually have a violin. Other than that, it's a pretty usual lineup with guitars, bass guitar, a guitar, a vocalist of course, but the violin really adds something for me. Now, I found this band scrolling through YouTube, clicking random videos, you know, just like scrolling through it until you find something you actually like, and I found this album. And when I went to their website, it was only €3 to buy it, so I had to have it. Right now it is sold out though, so you can't really order it again. But I know they're working on a new album. And now I know this because I'm recording some vocals for them. It's not going to be any singing or grunting, but it's more going to be like a spoken, epic sort of sounding intro. And I'm really honored and well, pretty excited as well to be doing this. And I really can't wait to hear the final result. Now, about the band itself, it's a really typical folk metal band. It's not extremely technical, and if you're completely into like weird mathematical kind of things, you should stay away from this band. But if you just want to listen to something, well, you know, happy, well, just typical folk metal, you really have to check this out. I'll just let you hear it, so here is Around the Oak. So that was DRAKUM's Around the Oak. If you want to know when the new album is coming out, you'll have to go to their Facebook, like them, and it will be on there as soon as they know themselves. Now for the second band in this video, we're going over to something completely different. And with completely different, I mean not very happy, not very joyful. We're going over to the death metal of Purgatory. Now this band is another one of my wagon findings, just something I bought completely based on the cover art, which is this. Pretty cool. Now I'm usually not a big fan of death metal per se. I kinda like the brutal death metal genre. I like the old school death metal, but there's a lot of death metal bands I just don't really appreciate. You know, I can understand it's very talented and it's very awesome, and objectively I agree. There are a lot of great death metal bands, but just subjectively, I don't really like listening to death metal. However, this album is one of the few exceptions. I had a while in my life where I actually listened to this album probably daily. And it could be because this album in my mind is linked to, you know, being at Wacken and scrolling through the albums in the metal market. But for whatever reason it is, I just enjoy this album. It's quite difficult finding any information on this band because whenever I look for Purgatory or Purgatory death metal or Purgatory metal band, I usually end up with some Indonesian band, and I'm pretty sure this isn't Indonesian because it's all made in Germany. So I'm just gonna do it with what I have, which is quite little information, but it's just an awesome band and you should check it out. I'll put whatever information I can find in the description below. And here's one of the songs. So I'm sorry I don't really have a lot to say about this band information wise, but I'm going to try to find more information. It will be in the description below, so check it out. Now the last album I'm gonna talk about is a band I have already talked about, and it's Ayreon. This time, Flight of the Migrator. As I've already said before, Arion is one of my favorite bands by far, and it's because, well, it's mostly because of the extreme diversity, well, between albums, but also between songs within the albums. And this album is seriously a perfect example of that. Even if you look at the songs themselves, they're always divided into different sections. So for instance, the song number 5, it's Into the Black Hole, but then there's the A, which is the Eye of the Universe, then there's part B, which is Halo of Darkness, and part C, which is the Final Door. And well, a lot of the songs go like that. That wasn't really the best way to show it, let me try again. And it isn't even the only part where Arion is diverse, because if you look at all the artists who worked with him, then this is all of them. And you have to see it like this: he literally handpicks the perfect artists per song, the perfect vocalists. And just for instance, Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, who is one of my favorite singers, and Fabio Lione from Rhapsody, who is also one of my favorite singers. They just appear on this album, and it's just a combination of the, well, in my opinion, the greatest musicians in the world who come together within Arion. And I guess I could go on and on for probably hours about why I love Arion so much, but I guess I'm just gonna let you listen and hear for yourself. Now, same with the Seroton album, I can't really capture the essence of the entire album into one song. I'm gonna play another song later, but to make this clear, if you want the right impression of the album, you have to buy the album. I cannot show you within 20 minutes everything about this album. You really need to buy it if you actually like the tracks I'm playing right now. I'll put a link to his website in the description below again, and I highly recommend anyone to buy this album because it's just great. Now this next song I'm only gonna let you hear a small part of, just for the impression of what it's like hearing Bruce Dickinson with Ayreon.
A dark sphere surrounds us. In the center of the galaxy, a hidden force has found us. At the boundary of eternity, nothing escapes, not even light. Beyond the mystical horizon, we surrender to its might.
So I think I'm gonna leave it at this for now. All the info on all the bands that were in this video will be in the description below again. Please everyone also check out my Facebook, on which I will put all the info on the upcoming videos. The link to that will also be down in the description. Now please like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want to see more. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up in the future, so stay tuned and I'll see you all next time.